So we got Redeeming Love. Now, guys, this is probably like the first love big romance story that's probably hitting theaters in the United States. I don't know where it's hitting anywhere else, but I'm very happy because it's the third week of January and we're already getting our first major like love romance movie, which is awesome because that's what I want to see. I had no idea this was based on the book. I really had no idea. Usually, I'm sorry because for romance movies, I usually read the books if you've seen on this channel and then watch the movie, but I watched the movie first and then I found out there was a book. So I'm sorry. I'm not coming at it from that perspective, but it's New York Times bestseller and I'm definitely gonna go check it out after watching this like movie, because obviously you guys know that the book and the movie are two different things. But what I've heard online so far was that the movie was a good creation of the book. Based on the title and even the poster, this is a love story that started in California in 1850s. Love story, traditional. We've seen that before, but for 2022, let's see if this movie can be good, because I already have some good like happiness towards it. Angel, which is a woman played by Abigail Coleman, works in a brothel. So if you don't know what that is, I didn't know what a brothel was until the movie explained it to me. It's kind of like prostitution in paradise, which is a town they've referenced in the movie. She is owned by the Duchess, which I feel like she has also ties to the Duke, which is like the overlord, like evil emperor in other movies. As you can say, they have like ties together. They have this brothel in this paradise. The movie already sets up that there's like these types of like beautiful girls. Guys come up and like they have their way with her for like money. Then we get to meet Michael, who is played by Tom Lewis, which is the farmer's boy. However, he does go to church. He is a Christian guy, or he believes in God, Lord Jesus Christ, which in the beginning I thought that was cool because I went into this movie blind and that was the overall theme, is Christianity, forgiveness, and Lord, which is great because I've been asking for a movie about God and Jesus Christ and religion, but we haven't gotten it, and I feel like we're finally starting off the year off right. So let's be honest, it is a traditional love story where the 1850s, where the guy wants the girl, but he wants to do right by her. She's in a bad situation. He wants to get her off feet. He wants to like, I don't want to say change her, but he wants to be with her. He's like, God works in mysterious ways, because in the beginning of the film, he's like, God, I want someone to share my time with, you know, a woman. And it's so cool how he does it. He's like this quirky little attitude. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not think I was gonna like this movie because, and here's a weird thing, if you ever played Red Dead Redemption 2, that cowboy western game, this looks, feels, and sounds like it. With side note, there's some amazing beautiful scenery and landscapes like when they're walking between towns, because there was no cars back then. How the God rays, the good shots, like the sun coming in for the when they're walking the horse. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. Like there's some beautiful shots in this film, and like I didn't think I was gonna like it because I don't like World War II. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of like old stuff like that. However, this really changed my mind because it wasn't like all city hustling and bustling. No, it's basically just the rural area, a farmer, and a town, and like the traveling in between. I mean, yeah, they show like glimpses back and forth of like cities, but that's like few and far between. So if you like Red Dead Redemption 2, you're gonna love this movie because it has all the characteristics of that game plus more romance. The score is beautiful too. Like, you know, I feel like it's like overcoming sadness and happiness. Like I didn't really pay attention to the score because I wanted to see the dialogue. However, it's a very nice gentle tone, plus the violin score when they have in the movies, either when like something bad or good or sexy is happening. I thought that was a nice added touch. The movie shows glimpses of Angel's past, with her mother being played by no other than Nina Deborah. Now, if that name sounds familiar to you, Nina Deborah played also in Flatliners, which a lot of people didn't like, but I did. And of course, the amazing Vampire Diaries. So she is the mother, but the movie just shows glimpses of the back past of her because that was her mother. So when it shows backstory of Nina Deborah's character and Angel's character, it shows how Angel ultimately got into this position or in this like situation. Her father didn't want her, and it was clear in the beginning of the film. He's like, you should have got rid of her. Like I went and told you to the doctor. Then Nina Deborah's character is like, no, I love her with all my heart. He leaves. He lets him, like he basically lets him for dead, which is bogus because that's messed up. So Nina Deborah's trying to sell her things, and then this one guy, he's like, I have an idea that you can help us. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, no way. And then that's how she got into the situation. Nina Deborah's character, early on when Angel was little, she was already into prostitution. She was like hooking up with different guys, trying to get money off of it. But her mother, I'm not gonna like ruin the story for you if you're coming from the book, because I've never read the book. So I'm assuming that some of my audience have never read the book, but they're interested in this movie. Her mother gets into the world of prostitution, and then she has to like travel to London or somewhere. I really didn't catch where she was going. And then they go into the house, and it's nice because the woman, I think it was like younger version of the Duchess. She's like, take her home. She doesn't belong here. And the guy's like, no, she does belong here. And then that's when we get like the entrance to this world. And it's so like, oh my gosh, like here, I'm gonna put a photo right now. She gets recruited at a young age, like 8 years old. And then I was just like, wow, I can't believe it. And then, yeah, she eventually gets to be like, I don't want to say like the top girl that every guy wants, because that does happen like in the present day in the film. Like every guy wants to be with her. They're like, I want Angel. You know, she's like the top one. And now with that past being said, the movie starts with some playfully hot and heavy action, but turns quickly into wicked past, as well as some wicked characters, which the past eventually tries to catch up. So Michael, which is the former boy, he's like, God, give me a woman. And then he sees Angel on like the rooftop, like a normal love story. I don't mean to be critical, but I do like that aspect that it's coming from that like different direction. So he gets to meet her. When they first start interacting, Angel's like, what do you want? Like, you have 30 minutes. It's cool because Angel's like, no, I just want to talk to you. And he comes again and again. And that's how their relationship starts. Not with sex. but just like conversation and talking, which is good because that's what we do now. But back in the day, they don't have that. So I was like, it gets hot and heavy and then quickly turns south from there. So then basically the rest of the movie is them trying to like be together because something happens, which I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you have seen read the books, then of course you know something happens. And then Angel was like, yeah, you know, let's try this. I'm not a wife, but I do want to like try things with you. But it's hard. I felt like hard and weird for Angel to love because I felt like prostitution, sex, and all that is all she known in life. She doesn't know how to play like the girlfriend role or the wife role. She says that in the film, but it's also nice to see that because they do spend some time together like in the middle act. Even though there's some push and pull, tug and war, I felt like it was really hard for Angel because she had no idea. Her father didn't want her, so she wanted to make money. And even when they're together, it sometimes feels like Angel wants to go back to the old life. I don't know, it's because that's all she ever known in her life, but she feels comfortable with it. But even when Angel and her are like kind of quote together, like they're actually trying to make things work, Angel still retreats into her shell, which I felt like her shell was prostitution. Like even though she knows that Michael is like this incredible guy, perfect guy, like handsome, he will do right by her, like he's not gonna cheat on her, he wants her just because of her. Felt like it was a struggle because he was a perfect man with a good life, but even though Angel came from this background from like so many years of just doing this, it felt like unreal to her or unnatural. I don't know, the story goes into some wicked moments and I don't want to spoil anything because it's definitely disgusting how some scenes are or what played out, and I get it that I'm probably missing a lot more from the book, which I will go back. And it's not even Angels too, like Michael has some problems too, but it's about both of them overcoming their challenges together. But it's just hard because both of them are from very different worlds and they want each other for very different reasons. We also get some important side characters throughout film, like Paul, which is Michael's brother, which is played by Logan Marshall Green. Now I knew that guy on the screen because I was like, no wait, that's the guy from Devil, that's the guy from Upgrade. I was like, whoa, like he's in this movie, that is awesome. And I felt like his arc, and I just want to touch on this a little bit, is about forgiveness. And I think that's overall the arc and theme of the movie. God, religion, forgiveness. Like your past doesn't equal your future. Like you can get out of it, just talk to the Lord, which is great because I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I know I'm not trying to bring religion into this, but this movie deals with religion. Like that's the overall theme field that I got because God is in the beginning, God is in the middle, and Michael has like God like things around it. Like he has crucifix, he has crosses, which it's hard not to talk about. Like I know, I'm sorry I'm being like weird to some of you, but it's in the movie, so that's how I like, because it was a romance that tackled God and Christianity, but it didn't overshadow it too much. It was just there enough for it to feel like the sustainable relationship of both of these characters with Lord Jesus Christ. Without ruining the story, I love how the movie ended up. These two characters met up each other. They end up liking each other because Michael is a very handsome man. No homo right there. It's awesome to see these characters dynamic go from together to not together because they break up back and forth. They chase each other, but it's ultimately both of them. It's like this quote: you need to work on yourself first before you can work on anybody else. You gotta love yourself first before you love anybody else. So I love how that theme, even though it wasn't explicit and I might be reaching, but that's what I got from it. That yes, these two characters meet, time passes because there's like 3 weeks, months, years that pass throughout the whole film. I did like how the story ended up because people have to take care of themselves first. Like it's like you get a touch of something and then it's too much for you and then you come back when you're ready. So I really like that this was a romance story based on 1850s because I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I'm over here raving about it. Like I don't know, I was just so enamored because it's like the first romance movie in theaters. Like my theater was nicely lit, so I saw everything in the beautiful landscapes. It's just like wow. We get to the final act and all I gotta say is that Angel trusts God, and a lot of good things come of it. Like a lot. Like she's like, God please, like I need you, and then of course without ruining the story, God shows up in a weird way, but God works in mysterious ways. Overall, honestly guys, Redeeming Love, I did like this movie. I thought it was a good movie, good solid movie. I haven't read the book. I bet if I read the book I would have appreciated it more. However, what I took away from this was love, forgiveness, mistakes don't equal your future. Like just ask for God forgiveness, and I'm not here saying that you should be leaving God, blah blah blah. The reason why I'm saying God and Lord Jesus Christ is because the movie tackled it. That's mostly the reason why I'm talking about it. In my future reviews, if God's not in the movie, I'm not gonna bring him up, you know? I'm only bringing him up because the movie like had such a big influence on God and religion. Okay, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I did like it though because I am a follower of Christ. Of course, you know, I have this. That's gonna be everything for me. Hope you have a great day, and let me know if you ever need anything. If you haven't already, please hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and maybe consider subscribing so you stay up to date with the movies and news information. Let's go.